Okay, we are back in Kingmaker, and we have got to ask people around here if they know anything about the thief that stole stuff, including our throne. So Elena, the barmaid, or the tavern owner. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she might know where the book is too? I had given up figuring that quest out. Elena, I need to find a rare book. Do you know where in the city I should look? You've probably asked the vendors, haven't you? If not, do that. And if you have, oh, I know who you should ask. Talk to Verdell the blacksmith. He's quite a reader. Can't live a day without a book. Okay. Elena, I have a giant bird's egg. I thought you might be interested. Oh yeah, I like killed a griffin thing for this. Elena throws up her hands. This is a roc's egg! Our family has an ancient recipe for how to cook it. You're amazing that you brought it. Yeah, Your Highness, let me give you something in return. No, don't you argue. Merchants will pay a lot for these eggs, and you must have taken a risk in getting it. 4 owlbear eggs, 5 soft cheese, 6 normal eggs, and $5,100. Okay. I heard there's been a number of thefts in town. Do you know anything about it? Of course I heard about it. Many houses have been robbed, and here's what's strange. No picked locks, no broken windows. How do the scoundrels get inside, huh? Those thieves are real masters of getting into other people's houses, and they steal whatever they find. At one house, they stole the silverware, and at another one, they left the money but took the children's toys. Strange thieves. They didn't take money but took toys. Chat, what do you think? Like gremlins? Pixies? Some kind of fey creature, because they're always more about fun. Kids? No, she said the places were still locked. It wasn't just children, I don't think. Alright, let me see your shop for a second. Let me liquidate some crap. Rock egg. We can cross that off our list. Alright. Okay. Well, we unexpectedly made progress on 3 quests talking to her. Let's talk to the merchants in the middle of the town. Should be doing good over there. Excellent. I just had the craziest craving, chat, and it's like 10 p.m. I shouldn't be eating anything. Not that I have this on hand. Cinnabon. A Cinnabon. I haven't had a Cinnabon in years. And I find myself thinking about it. It is one of the most unhealthy things that you can inhale. But I find myself fondly remembering my last Cinnabon. Verdell. As usual, Verdell is taking a break from his labors in the blacksmith shop, reading a book. When he notices you, he stops reading and bows. Have you heard of the thefts plaguing the city? Heard, Your Highness. I myself am the victim of those thieves. Stole my tools right from under my nose. I was in the backyard getting coal for the furnace, and I heard some noise inside. I ran in, and the thief jumped right through a magical portal and vanished. I didn't even get a good look. Tell me, do you have any books by Wylis Gunderson? It's like you're interrogating me. Of course I do. Everyone says he's bad, but I like him. The guy writes with feeling. I mean, used to write. Does the phrase 5th in 10 mean anything to you? Is this about Gunderson? He has a book titled 10 Adventures. It's some of his best work. Can I borrow it? Of course, read away. Yo, imagine the freaking president of the United States just shows up to your house. Is like, hey, can I borrow your book? And you're like, yeah. Okay. I have to go. Alright, so we got the book that Jubilos needs. No. Asaf. Do you know where the stolen goods are sold? He squints cunningly. How very polite. You do not ask me directly. But no, I'm not involved in such shady dealings, although the local traders sometimes claim otherwise. Some say that anything that's been lying about will be stolen in this city, but that cannot be found for sale. You are not the first to ask after stolen goods. Many hope to find on the black market what precious things were stolen from their homes. But alas, it would seem the thieves have their own ways of getting rid of the stolen goods. Zarsi. Verdell saw a magic portal and the thief who robbed him escaped through it. Okay. Jubilos. Got his book. That's for after the biscuits. I'll try to remember. I found Wylis Gunderson's book, the one we were looking for. Let me see! Jubilos stares into the pages. It's a good thing I'm not a follower of Shellen, or I'd throw this thing into the fire right now and draw the deity's wrath. Just Shellen is a goddess that says all things that are written are drawn are art and should be respected. Look at this language. Shivering, she clung to my shoulder and whispered, "Wylus, you are my only hope. Only your well-developed adventuring skills, your daring mind, merciless eloquence, and shameless courage can save a poor girl like me." But I digress. We need something that's 5th and 10. Obviously, it's about the 5th adventure from this book. The name of the chapter is In the Corner of the Tavern. Sounds like a place, but which tavern is it? The nearest one? And who or what should we look for there? Wait! We know the place. The tavern and a number, 24. You reasonably assume that 24 is the day of the month. We have a time and place. I propose we meet at the Capital Tavern on the next 24th and see what happens. Oh, that's going to suck. So we have to rest until it's the 24th. Hold on. When you're outside in the wilderness, when you hit the rest button, it pulls up a menu that should let you choose how long. But it appears that if I rest in town, it just skips a day. It doesn't ask you how many days you want to skip. Can I see the date in the city? The UI for this game is good, but it sure ain't perfect, and I don't know if I can. Alright, let's check the Kingdom Affairs. You failed this. You failed this. Disaster. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but like, after we got to like this chapter of the game, my people just fail freaking everything. Away into Nerissa's dream. Oh, this is what I have to do. 30 days. Okay, so I have to come after 30 days. I can come back here, and then I can advance that quest. Now, I could just hit skip 30 days and just blast, but let's not do that. Okay, the 24th. What about the thieves?
Not that.
Storyteller? Who do I okay, we know the thieves escape via magical portals. Who do we talk to? Ekon? Wait, I was supposed to talk to the captain of the guards. Who is my captain of the guards? Oh, Varn's here. What's up? In your room, I discovered a letter containing threats. Is there something you'd like to discuss with me? His face darkens. I didn't want you to know about that. Wanted to spare you from any further worries. I began receiving letters like that one since I sent you trading goods. Once, my men even interrogated the trader who delivered the mail, but nothing came of it. I have some assumptions of who's behind it, but as long as I have no proof, I don't want to accuse anyone. Do you remember anything from when your soul was imprisoned? He freezes. I'm not sure, Your Highness. The man frowns. It was dark, almost no space. He closes his eyes and gulps. If you don't mind, I'd rather not recall it anymore. Okay. Eobalds? Nothing. Casil? Nothing. Okay. I don't know that anyone in here is gonna have any insight. I think the captain of the guard might be outside. Main square. The back leg biscuits, gent. He's using 3 out of 4 legs for these. Alright, I think Highland might be it. Why don't you explain why you're staring at me like that? Oh, Uncle, when are you going to change that old armor? The magic beasts crumple it so badly, it makes me cry to look at it. Oh, you still have a lot to learn. If only you knew how many times it saved my life in that battle. Highland turns to you. Greetings, Your Highness. Lindsay said it was you who discovered the throne was missing. The captain grows gloomy. Yes, Your Highness. He keeps silence for a moment and continues, obviously embarrassed. Actually, Your Highness, please don't think me a fool or a drunkard. As I walked to the throne room, at first I thought it was a vision, and I didn't think much of it. Well, I thought I saw your throne in the corridor, and it was running away. Not by itself, of course, I just couldn't see who was carrying it. Perhaps someone really tiny had gotten underneath it, and how they ran. It seemed the throne turned to the corner by itself, but the sight was strange beyond belief, so I thought I was simply too tired and had started seeing things. A moment later, when I discovered it was really missing, I rushed after it, but it had vanished into thin air. Maybe it was, you know, magic? Alright. New event. Unlocked. Wait until the throne appears for sale. Huh. Okay, so I have to wait till it appears for sale. And for Jubilost, we need to do a special event on the 24th of the month. The question is...
Not that I care.
Which inn? Is it my inn or a different one? On the next 24th, Jubilost will be waiting for the king in the tavern to decide what to do next. My tavern? Or a different one? Is it going to show up on eBay? Yeah. Alright, Jackals, this is for you. Let's go to the world map for a minute. Meet Jubilost at the tavern on the 24th. Oh my god, today's the 23rd. It's still the 23rd.
Shiny metal, shiny hair, shiny face. Blech.
I wish half of my unwelcome suitors share your disgust with everything you mentioned.
Unfortunately, I am so hot that it's annoying. Okay, it's the 24th. Tavern. Jubilost. There he is. Looks like that's our moon. I'd like to know what leaving her path means to her, and more importantly, how all this is related to the story of the gnomes. I hope we're about to find out. He clears his throat to attract her attention. A girl with unusual silver-gray hair is looking gloomily into her mug of ale. As she notices Jubilost clearing his throat, she raises her face and brightens. Oh, they told me that the king of the lab walks the streets and feasts with everyone at the taverns, but I never believed it. Forgive me, your highness. I'm Luna Katari. Tell us about yourself. I'm a messenger. I deliver correspondence from Brevoy to Mivon and back. Usually reports about a rich merchant's underlings and the orders for them. My parents live in Brevoy and the girl I love in Mivon. I've always dreamt of becoming a traveler, but that's not easy for the daughter of a weaver and a washerwoman. I was glad to find this messenger job, though. I thought that was pretty lucky, but now I'm traveling the same road over and over every month. I even sit right here in your tavern on the 24th of every month, right on schedule. The monotony is driving me to tears, but what can I do? I can't be everywhere at once, and I can't stand the thought of settling down. Jubilost, who is listening surprisingly carefully, leans over to you and says quietly, "Do you see it now? When Moon leaves her path, it's another part of the riddle. It looks like we need to somehow convince our new friend here to quit her well-trodden path and set off somewhere new. Plus, it would be good for her. The same road each month. If I were her, I'd have drowned myself a long time ago if I didn't bleach sooner." This is only a 25% chance of working. If this life troubles you, something should be changed. Your family and friends want you happy, not exhausted and hating your existence. Wow. I succeeded. You speak with such confidence. Is it true you came to the Stolen Lands as no one and made yourself king by your own persistence and skill? Yep, pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I've heard so many stories. Your Highness, I wouldn't have taken this advice from anyone but you, but I've just decided I'm going to travel, and I hope not alone. We'll surely be able to earn a piece of bread together. Please take this. It's a relic my family received from an elven ancestor. According to family legend, the one who deciphers the map will find 3 things. An incredibly sad secret, a true treasure, and a door to another world which will never open again. The entrance to a certain dungeon is marked there, but there's nothing to say where to go looking. You're a king, with all the best scientists and travelers serving you. Surely they'll be able to read the map. Thank you again. Now I have to go. Ha! Moon left her path. But now who can explain to me why the host didn't simply tell us, go to the dungeon located here? Why make us run around in circles? But let's have a look at this map. What do we have here? Why, I recognize the area around the Candle Mirror at first glance. There are ancient ruins in this area. This dungeon must contain the traces of the very first gnomes to visit Galarian. Well, our goal is clear. Now we need only achieve it. Luna's map. The cave from Luna's map has been revealed. Okay. Exits. Okay, and we got some level ups to do. Now we could blast ahead 30 days, but I want to see how we'll see where this goes. All right, Valerie leveled up. I don't know that there's any other good stuff to give her. I truly don't know that there's anything else here that she, like, needs. Coordinated defense, I guess. It's a teamwork feat, and Muck has it, so that it will work with both of them. Let's see. Inquisitor. Gotta say, if I were to ever play this again, would not pick this class again. Like, it's fine, but I certainly don't really love anything about it. Let's see. Improved initiative, and... Shield wall only works when you have a shield. Combat maneuvers. Spell resistance. Okay, Jubilos level. Alki. And skills. Wait, what? Hold on, I got distracted. Wizard Dennis? Yeah, I could do that.
Kingmaker.
Let's see. That one. And more bombs. Always more bombs. So easy to pick what skills he should get. More bombs. I don't know if we're gonna use any of this. This spell transforms an allied creature into a leopard or small elemental. Why would I want to? That would just be a downgrade. I don't know that I'm going to use any of these. I'll just pick one. Okay, rogue. And boop, 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 boop. Let's see, greater 2-weapon fighting. Okay, Lindsay, the bard. Wait, what is she getting at this level? Inspire heroics. Okay. Inspire competence. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. And extra songs. And what do we want here? Do not care. Key shout. And lastly, the healer. Class. Bing, bing, bing. Point blank shots. Extra channeling. Absolutely. Oh, it looks like she gets a whole nother tier of spells, too. Okay. What else we got here? Another haste. Okay. Holy Aura. Legendary proportions. You call upon the primordial power of ancient megafauna to boost the size of your target. Because of its connection to living creatures of distant past, the spell does not function on outsiders, undead, and summoned creatures. The target grows to legendary proportions, increasing in size by 2 categories. Their height doubles and weight increases by a factor of 12. The target gains a +6 to strength and +4 to con and +6 to natural armor. What the heck? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait, how do I'm trying to pin this. There we go. Damage resistance 10 adamantine. Melee and ranged weapons used by this creature do much more damage. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take some of that. Death Clutch. Let's see. A fewer with 200 or fewer hit points remaining that fails its resist will die. 201 or more hit points that fails its resist will keep its heart from leaping out of its chest, but is staggered for 1 minute and takes massive constitution drain and constitution bleed. Wow. Regardless of its current hit points, if the target succeeds its fortitude save, it is still staggered for 1 round and feels as heart-wrenching. So this is a muck you on bosses type ability. Okay. Alright, let's rest, because they just got all those new spells.
How can you be so arrogant? Could the simple science of common decency be too complicated for such a learned man?
I'm not arrogant at all. On the contrary, I'm open to everyone. I just don't see the point in faking amiability. But it's rich to hear about arrogance from the noble born. You were taught from a young age to stick up your nose and avoid the truth like some oily mess that might smear your doublet.
I love Jubilee's voice acting. Okay. Alright. Magical... No, that's not what I'm looking for. Alright. Where is the cave from Luna's map? There it is. Alright. Is it on Candlemere Island? Alright, head there. So I'm thinking it's either Candlemere and then it'll branch over, or we have to go all the way around. I'm not sure which. Ah, there we go. Okay. You know, usually when you enlarge someone's size category, they lose armor because they're an easier target to hit, but there was no mention of that on that legendary proportion spell. So let's test it. She's got 46 armor right now because she's not buffed.
For anything.
He's gonna... Oh my god, that's a big Valerie. She's got 50. How did she gain 4 armor? And she's got damage reduction now.
Time's not
Barkskin. Big lady.
I am your shield.
Now she's got 58.
What troubles you?
58 armor. Chad, we're rolling 20-sided dice. She's got 58 armor.
Please not rap skull.
You require my assistance?
Walk fear. There's some those. There's some
I'm
those.
listening.
62. Oh my god, look at all those modifiers. I know that it can get even more busted for people who are even more like learned about the game, but it's pretty crazy that we managed to get it this high. A flickering shadow stands before you, trembling and chanting something indistinct. In its silhouette, you barely recognize the figure of a gnome girl dressed in rags. No, no, we need to try again. The door will open. I promised them. I promised. Who are you, ghost? Zay's ghost. The ghost seems to not pay any attention to you. I promised them to open the door, to return everyone home. Bursting into a long and bleak laugh, the ghost makes a move as if she wants to run away, but then freezes and gives you an eerily attentive look. Who am I? I'm Zay, a wizard. I'm the one who brought everyone here, this place. Once the Lantern King himself opened a gate from his dominion to Galarian here, he abandoned this road, but I thought I could open the portal again, or ask for help from an eldest, return all of us home. I was wrong. The door didn't open. We all lost color, one by one. Poor creature, you should not have relied on the mercy of the gods. So you're one of the gnomes from First World. What happened to you? The ghost lets out a strange sound, half moan, half laughter. I lived a long, long life there in the first world. Many long lives. I traveled, I created, I danced upon the edge of the abyss and fell into the clouds. I died to be born again, and none of my strengths and skills, but with all of my memories of the wonders I'd seen. But eternity can become tedious, even for a soul that's forever young. Many older gnomes suffered it, even before we knew what the bleaching was. Sooner or later, there's not enough novelty anymore, so we all grew fascinated with a new game. Death. One of the eldest created it. Of course, he was just borrowing it based on observations of the true gods. He drew a string from the River of Souls and created his own little circle of births, deaths, and judgments. Imitating the almighty Pharasma, he judged the souls that he owned and determined their further paths. It was so new, so exciting. Many gnomes volunteered. If not us, then who? But those who take from the goddess of death must be ready for consequences. The Lady of Graves brought her wrath upon this creative eldest. He was stripped of his power and forever doomed to serve in her court. And we gnomes, we were torn from First World and bound to the River of Souls like all creatures of the material plane. Thereafter, we lived like the rest, died like the rest, and learned all the pain of the bleaching. Our game had become our reality, and no longer could we tire of its fun and return to another one. But how? It's also sad. My thoughts are scattered, crying all over. Lindsay not take much to squeak. Let go of me, you little animal. You call this punishment? You should see what Mother of Monsters does to wrongdoers. Off with their arms and legs. Head replace your hind. Jubilos looks at the ghost, shaken. It seems to be one of those rare moments that the gift of speech is lost to him. But this is not at all how I supposed it happened. Respected Zay, I understand that your condition does not allow for long conversations, but perhaps you could tell me. The ghost listens to him with eerie attention. Of course I could. I could do many things. I tried many ways to open the portal. Everything except a sacrifice. A little blood would come in handy.
Victory!
Oh, she's attacking me now. Alright, all of you hold position. You start casting haste.
Let us strike as one!
Okay, we've got them all on her. I like how Valerie's dagger is like the size of a great sword. The ghost freezes, holds herself by the shoulders, and sways back and forth, repeating over and over, I promised, I promised, I promised. The host. That's rather a foolish performance, little ghost. You've staged a fine series of foolish performances, the playing the game of death, contacting an eldest not known for his mercy, trying to open a door that leads nowhere. But who are we addressing? Greetings, Mukluk, and of course you, most persistent of researchers. We see you solved our riddle. Jubilos holds his hands on his chest. We did. I might still fail to understand why you sent us the long way around instead of just telling us everything from the beginning. Some truths must be discovered to be known, or seen with your own eyes. The host nods at the pile of gnome bones and the shivering ghost. Is what Zay told us true? About the game of death and Pharasma's punishment? Yes. One of our eldest brothers thought he could steal from a deity, and the gnomes that answered his call thought they could play at death. Death decided otherwise. Is there any way to change what happened and help the gnomes? If there is, we know nothing of it. The eldest can do many things, but as you both know, it's not enough to confront a deity, especially one such as Pharasma. We have learned our lesson and do not play with the toys of others. Does that mean that this was all in vain? Of course not. The journey is often more important than the destination. Be satisfied with the secret that you have won. The day I can simply be satisfied with something, I'll bleach. You say we learned our lesson, so you are one of the eldest, host? You hear laughter from under the hood. Oh, we're tired of answering this question. And the many others that follow it. Ask us again next time, especially since the next time for you will be one of the first times for us. Why are you here? The right question at last. As I suspected, you've realized there's no way to save all the gnomes from the bleaching. You cannot return them to the first world and restore their connection to their homeland. And even if there were a sufficiently desperate and powerful creature ready to do it, their actions would not be looked on mercifully by the Lady of Graves. Though it cannot be done for all, it can still be done for one. We are ready to offer this gift as a token of our appreciation for your exciting adventure and your solution to the riddle. Do you hear, Sir Jubilost? You, personally, may become reconnected with the First World. You won't be entirely protected from death if you remain on Galarian, but you will be forever spared from the bleaching. Whenever you visit the First World, which we are aware you desire passionately, then you'll be as immortal as any Fae. Jubilos fixes his glasses nervously.